What's up everyone, Simpsons Man here, and today on the channel we are going to be doing, you guessed it, some more Simpsons toy hunting. This time we are visiting a store called the Vintage Toy King in Ocala, Florida, and I think I scored really big. I actually found some pretty insane Simpsons items, so stick around. And if you are new to the channel, and if you love anything Simpsons, Simpsons news, toy openings, anything Simpsons related, then I would definitely consider subscribing. Remember, I post Simpsons videos every Monday morning around 7 a.m. Central Time, so definitely set your reminders, but enough about that, let's get to the video. We're at the Vintage Toy King in Ocala. Alright, so let's talk about everything that I picked up and the things kind of that I didn't pick up. So let's just talk about the things I did not pick up first. They had a bunch of Simpsons ornaments that you saw from the video. Unfortunately, I did have pretty much every single one of those, but I felt like they were just kind of high in price in order to pick them up. So I decided, you know what? I'm not gonna get these because I wanna save some of my money for some of the toys. Now, the only other thing that I did not pick up were just extras of the loose figures. Also, they had a ton of Simpsons carded figures, so I only picked up a few of them, just ones that I thought would either go good with the collection unopened or maybe just some other ones for a giveaway. And I did see two huge Simpsons plushes, but like I had mentioned before, they were just kind of a little expensive for my taste, so I was like, you know what? I'm not worried about those, but I am gonna pick up everything else that you saw in the video. So we're gonna go through everything I just purchased and we're gonna talk about it. So first, they had a bunch of opened Simpsons figures. These are from the World of Springfield line, and I just picked some of these up, the exact same ones, just in my other video, but those were carded. So now, within a same weekend, I found a carded and uncarded version of some of the same ones. We'll talk about those first. All right, so first, and I'm not even gonna take these out of the bags right now. We have Bumblebee Man. So we had Bumblebee Man on the other video, and we have Bumblebee Man again. This one is obviously loose, and of course, he has his camcorder. So I mentioned this in the other video also. I do beekeeping. We have a bunch of bees in our backyard now. So I'm actually gonna put this guy with some honey on him, and I'm gonna put this besides the bees because I'm pretty sure they're gonna love this just to have it. Plus it kind of look cool, I guess, just because it is Simpson-esque. So we picked this up. These are $5. I want to say every single one of these, yeah, they were. So every single one of them were $5. So for a Simpsons toy for $5 that are 20 years old, like, I'm definitely gonna do it. So we picked up Bumblebee Man. My favorite one always, I talk about this all the time, is Hans Mole Man. Another one that was in the box, or out of the box. So I want to show you this real quick. I'm going to put this on camera so you can see this was in a bag. But they have like the card part, or some of the card part from the actual box. So, you know, if we're gonna look at a box and everything right here, so this was just the front of it. So my guess, and I guess I could have asked them this, but you know, I didn't, was they might have gotten like a bunch of like the World of Springfield boxes, but maybe some of them were in such bad condition that they decided, like, you know what, we're just gonna sell it without the, you know, without the box, and just sell it with the figure, sell it for a couple dollars cheaper. But I'm glad they did this because now I have a brand new Hans Mole Man that's outside of the box. And he has his football, he has his cane, he has his magnifying glass, he has the little eye reading thing. So now I can actually set this out without having to worry about the other one in the other video, and you know, just kind of have him set out with all his accessories. Like, I don't know how I'll be able to do this. I'll have to put a little piece of like glue or something, but put the football so it's hitting him in the groin.
Hans Mole Man Productions presents Man Getting Hit by Football.
That'll be just awesome if I could set that up, and I think I'm gonna do that because, yeah, I need to do that. So the other one that I did pick up was this Edna Krabappel. Just RIP on that one. I hate talking about her just because this was one of my favorite women characters of the whole show. Beats out Marge, beats out Maude. Lisa will consider women, even though she's a child. Beats out Lisa. She just beats them all out, and I'm very sad that, you know, Marsha Wallace had passed away because this character, she was the best. She was really harsh with certain things. She was very strict and to the point. She was a badass, pretty much. She loved everyone, and however you want to take that, you guys know what I'm talking about there. And she was awesome. Like, I loved her so much. And we'll do a little close-up right here of her with all her accessories. And I'm gonna check out the accessories because I haven't even looked at this yet to see. She's got the Woodrow Wilson here. You couldn't see it at first, the paper was in the way. But she has the old Woody, there we go, right there, his framed art. She has a pencil, can of soup, and then she has a list that says, what Bart did today. And I wish I could read this. Man, it's so small. My eyes are not that bad. I guess I'm getting old because I can barely read that at all. But another $5 fine. So $5 for another Simpsons figure that's pretty much brand new. Like, they still have them in the, not in the box, but all of the packaging and everything is still in this Ziploc bag. So yeah, that's a win-win. And the last loose figure that I got was this Willie. So Groundskeeper Willie. So I was checking out, and like in the corner of my eye, I saw something yellow. So I say this all the time. This is a broken record here, but anytime you're out Simpsons shopping, thrifting, Goodwilling, yard sale, Facebook Marketplace, anything, look for yellow. That's all I had to do for this. I was looking around as I was checking out, and I was like, what? Oh, hey, and I was like, how much is that? And they're like, oh, we'll just throw this in for free, because I had purchased like, I don't know, 8 or 9 things, and they're just like, you know what, you can just have this guy for free. So it's very nice of them to do that. It was like a mom and pop shop type of owned husband and wife duo. They were both there, both awesome people. They let me film with my camera or my phone. And yeah, they were just awesome. So thank you guys again for just like the great experience I had there. But yeah, this was a Groundskeeper Willie figure. Yeah, I mean, he stands up great. There's no accessories with him, but just another loose figure, especially since they threw it in for free. Maybe I'll give this one away since I already have him. So enough of the open ones. We're gonna kind of go through some of the other finds that I did get. So these all have the prices with them. We'll start from least to greatest. The first one we have was Dolph. Go ahead and put this guy on camera. So this is Dolph. Obviously, you know Dolph is one of the bullies from Springfield. This is from the World of Springfield line. Let's see what year this one came from. This one comes from the year 2001, and this was still like awesome condition. The main reason why I got him is he was only $5. Like $5 for a carded brand new figure. Like I'm gonna be able to either sell this if I want to, give this away, add this to the collection of, oh, I'd have to open it up though, so I'd make another video. So for $5, I have a ton of options here. So I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna pick them up. The next one, man, I hate that I keep saying this is one of my favorite characters from the show because I think I have like 30, I have like my top 2 or 3, maybe my top 5, and then after that I have like 20 other characters that are all like tied for 6th because it's really hard to say. So Carl, let me go ahead and put him on camera right here, just so you can see him and you can see all his accessories. Like him and Lenny, just the duo that they made together. Like I would love to talk to one of the writers to pick their brain about like if this was like a real life interaction or anything. If there's like a Carl or Lenny at Fox or Disney or whatever you want to call it, like, you know, like a duo of writers that are just best friends and that's how they base these characters off of. I'm not sure, I need to find that out, but I definitely had to pick him up. He's got his radioactive waste, he's got his donuts, he's got his beer, he's got his bowling bag. He's got all like the perfectest accessories for Carl. Just go ahead and give you one more look. And for $10, like, why not? Like, I'm definitely gonna pick them up. So my favorite one is the next one that we're gonna talk about, and probably the best one out of all of them is this Camp Krusty Bart Simpson. I'll go ahead and show you. Like, this thing is amazing. You guys all remember the episode from Camp Krusty?
Mr. Krusty the Clown.
See? I told you Krusty would come. Just like I said. He's gonna bring us food and water and smite our enemies.
Whenever Bart and them go and it's Barney, it's not even Krusty, Bart takes over the whole camp. Like, that writing back then was just stellar. One of the best episodes out there. One of my top probably 10 to 20 favorite episodes of all time. And this Camp Krusty figure, like, I definitely had to add it to the collection. I don't remember exactly what series he was in. I don't think they actually say what the series, but I know he does come from the year 2000, so I know he was in the earlier series when they had this line. But an amazing figure. This one was $15, but you know, paying a little bit extra for something like this, 100% gonna do it. So, we got all the figures out of the way. We got 4 that were loose, and we have 3 that are carded. So that was all that I had picked up, and I had everything in my hand. I think I did one trip, I put it at the counter, I went back and grabbed a few more things, had them all in my hand as I'm walking up, and again, I saw something yellow, and let me see exactly. So I saw, this is all I saw, kind of, here it is right here, but it was covered up. So let me see. It was like, nope, it was covered up the other way around. So it's kind of hard trying to reenact this. All I saw was like that, like those eyes and that yellow. So I immediately saw that like out of the corner of my eye, like it was like down on a shelf, covered with a bunch of other magazines. Like, that looks like Bart Simpson. And yeah, it was. It was a Bart Simpson magazine. This is called Simpsons Illustrated. And I want to say this is from 1991. It is from the fall issue in 1991. But I didn't just find one of these magazines. I found 4 of these magazines. I found the winter 1992 edition. I found the spring 1992 edition. And I found, which one's this one? The summer 1992 edition. So I'm gonna kind of show you these just kind of close up, just so you can see that lovable old school artwork that, I mean, it's just amazing. Here, I'm gonna drop in another one so the camera stays in focus. It even still has the person's address from, you know, from back in the 90s. I don't even know whose it is. I asked the person, the lady at the counter, if this was theirs, and they said, nope, that's not ours. So I was like, all right, because I didn't want to put like theirs on blast if it was theirs, but like, check it out. I'm gonna go ahead and show you this other one again too, just for the heck of it. I'm doing a Ken Burns effect, but I'm doing it in real time right now because I just wanted to show you these magazines. And I'm gonna save going through these for another video because honestly, like, we will be here probably for another 30 minutes because I looked, so after I picked these up and brought them to the car, I wasn't driving, so I sat in the passenger seat with one of these magazines, and I literally spent almost 30 minutes just looking at one, not even all 4 of them. I did want to kind of go through just a little bit of each real quick, not going in full detail because these magazines are definitely everything nostalgia Simpsons that you remember from back in the day. And if you don't remember from back in the day because you're too young, then you missed out, because everything nostalgic about The Simpsons is literally in this magazine. So, just to show you, the back of the actual magazine is this Home Alone ad. $25 for this VHS. You're like, man, I can just go to Goodwill and buy it for like $1 now. But yeah, you can, but back in the day, you could not. But so the next, like literally as I open it up, it's a Back to the Future ad right away. So these Simpsons Illustrated ones are like my favorite. So we're gonna see on the front of it, they say what they talk about, just like any other magazine. Now it says there's a Bleeding Gums Murphy pullout, which the pullout magazines, if you guys even know what magazines are anyways, people just look at everything on tablets, but any kind of magazine that you got back in the day, if it was a sports magazine, car magazine, Simpsons magazine, the pullout ones were, like the pullout part of the magazine was the absolute best. You go to the middle and you see exactly what the cool image is. So in this case, it is a Bleeding Gums Murphy. So I'm gonna pan over and just check this out. This needs to be a print on my wall because I don't want to actually use this. But I mean, you just can't get much better than that. And I'm gonna kind of skim through this one a little bit. It has all sorts of just all sorts of different artwork from The Simpsons. They have the cast on here. Like, check this out. Bart and Baghdad Betty, the story behind the story. And they have like just all of these old school shots. Like, it's amazing. And like I said, I'm gonna go and do another video with all of these, because if I had to go through each one of these right now, you would literally be sitting here for the next 30 to 45 minutes like, man, okay, I'm just gonna skip the video because I feel like it's gonna be too much. Now, maybe what I'll do is I'll just show you guys the insides of each. So this one is a special do-it-yourself bumper sticker. So this is the pull-out version for this. So it has Martin in the car. It says, my child was underachiever of the month. So I guess you would just cut that out, and I guess it's showing him just taping it on there for your bumper sticker. This one is when a Bart Simpson guitar details inside. I haven't even looked really much at this one. So this pull-out one is different. This one doesn't have the guitar yet, but this was a trifold. And a lot of times, the cool thing about these magazines are anything from like the 90s or maybe 2000s or maybe current magazines. I don't look at magazines either, so I don't blame you guys for not looking at them, but they always would have either a single, or sometimes they would just fold out to like double, triple, or even quadruple ones. But see if I can show you guys. A split second of Springfield. Just has the town with a ton of the different characters just on there. And then, the next page, they have like a comic strip. Man, they have old school Game Boy ads. They have, man, this is awesome right here. They have an art section where people have drawn in, Bart Simpson and all these other things, have submitted to the magazines, and they were able to make it into the magazine. How crazy would it be if you saw one of your drawings in here? Like, if your name was Matthew Steinberg and he drew this Air Bart, like, how crazy would that be? This guy's probably like 30 or 40 years old, be like, man, when I was like 6 years old, I put this in a magazine, or I submitted this and it made it, and you're part of history now, because I would consider that history. And I wanted to save the best for last for the insert for the pullout in the middle. It has a Truckosaurus pullout, which, man, like, I need all these magazines like right now, because these are, man, I'm just going through it. I'm stopping at every other page here. I'm going to show you some of this magazine, because I think this magazine out of all of them is probably the best. But they have this amazing Truckosaurus ad. Like, look at this thing. Look how perfect this thing is. Captain Lance Murdoch. Everybody remembers the Truckosaurus episode. And if you don't remember that episode, you're not a fan. There, I said it, because that Truckosaurus episode was just so good. And if some people think maybe it wasn't like the greatest episode, just the part of Truckosaurus to live long in the whole like generations now of Springfield and of the Simpsons nostalgia. If you talk to any Simpsons fan and say Truckosaurus, they're gonna know exactly what that is. But there was a couple other things on here, you know, connect the dots with Mr. Burns, if you guys even remember what connect the dots even is. They have a whole nother drawing section that they have an awesome Sonic the Hedgehog from Sega ad in here. Like all the ads and everything from here, like I mentioned, super nostalgic. This needs to be a print. Man, so many of these things just need to be on my wall. This is Mrs. Krabappel's desk. So they did like a big ad of this. And it just shows, I guess it looks like Bart's hand going in there to steal some stuff, but it's probably all the stuff that she's confiscated from Bart. Yep. It's got brass knuckles, it's got some chips, it's got, looks like a very racy picture of a naked female, a slingshot, an 8-ball, a squirt gun. It's got the picture of Homer when he was dancing with that hussy, oh man, I can't remember her name, Jasmine maybe or something, from like season 1, I don't remember her name, Jezebel, something weird like that. But there was one other part of this magazine I did want to show you. Oh man, they have like all the Simpsons writers. Man, this is wild. This is so wild. Like, look at this. Mike Reese, Al Jean. And then just the very back of this magazine is the Simpsons Christmas VHS. Only $10, which, you know, I think in this one was $25 for Home Alone. Like, are you gonna buy Home Alone for $25? Or are you gonna buy The Simpsons for $10? I'm choosing The Simpsons. I mean, hell, I'd buy both, but not for $25. But yeah, so this right here, these 4 were an amazing, amazing find. These weren't even part of my pickup at first, but like I said, I had all my toys, went to go to the counter, saw that little bit of yellow Bart Simpson just kind of like further down on the magazine rack, and I was like, wow, is that, okay, yeah, and I picked one up and there was 4 of them, and I asked him, like, do you have any other ones? These are only $1 a piece. I don't know how much they're worth, I don't really care. They could be worth $1, they could be worth $100. These are gonna be in my personal collection because I didn't have any of these at all. So to add these to the collection for $4 for all of these, like, man, that's just such an amazing find. But that's it. I just wanted to show you guys this haul that I did. This video's a little longer, but I did have a bunch of items this time. And the fact that I found these magazines were amazing. So we had the World of Springfield figures. We had 3 of those that were carded. We had 4 that were out of the box. And we have 4 of the Springfield Illustrated magazine. So thank you again, everyone, for checking out the video. If you are in Ocala, go check out the Vintage Toy King because they have any kind of toy you can think about. Star Wars, E.T., Ghostbusters, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. They have more Simpsons stuff too. So if you're in that area or close to it, definitely go by there and grab something. And then also tell them I sent you because they're really nice. I hit them up on Instagram. They're real friendly people. And I told them next time I'm in that area, I'm definitely going to go swing by and see them again. So until next time, thank you so much for checking out the video. And as always, if you like the video, please hit that like button because every like is gonna help with that YouTube algorithm. And also subscribe if you're not a subscriber already because every single subscription helps. Until next time, thank you so much for checking out the video and see ya.